And we are live, good people.
We're live. I missed you guys. It's been a minute.
Oh my gosh. So glad to have you back.
Long lost sis back in the number.
Okay. We missed you.
I missed you all too. Listen, life was happening. When it rained, it poured. I'm telling you.
That's it.
So yeah.
So glad to have you back. But let's get started.
All right. Hey, we're back.
Hello. Good
Hi,
people.
everyone.
How are y'all feeling on this Tuesday?
Doing well. It's a Tuesday. Today has been a pretty good day considering all things considered.
Absolutely. Well, you know.
Yeah, so I decided to wear one of my mini Darlington High School Falcons shirt. You know, Wilson was repping all weekend. So I decided to pull out the purple and the silver.
Hey, why not?
Why not?
Why not? Let me
right.
Get my phone.
Okay.
You know how they do.
Oh, yeah, they showed out. But seriously, on a serious note, I decided to wear it in honor of one of my classmates who passed away on yesterday. So I just wanted to, put on my shirt. Just kind of made me think of her, just kind of in memory of her. Yeah.
Sorry for y'all loss.
Yeah, so just kind of keep us in prayer because our classmates we've been taking a hit with deaths.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. We'll definitely be praying for you all.
Thank you.
It's always tough, especially when it's suddenly.
Yeah, when they're young,
Right. And young and
But on a lighter note, I missed you guys tremendously.
I miss you. It's been a minute.
It has.
Been a minute, but so glad that you are back with us, my
and
sister.
Am.
So glad to have you. I have my cousin with us tonight, Mina.
Hey, cousin.
Hello, everyone.
This is Mina's first time at the tea.
It is. It gets a little hot sometimes.
Just a little, just a little. But we're definitely bringing the heat tonight. So glad to have you sitting in with us.
Thank you.
I am your host, Veronica, back with y'all tonight on this Tuesday.
Yes.
Hopefully you guys are feeling good out there. So glad to have y'all join us. This is where we talk about any and everything tangy tea of life. And we have an email letter from someone very special. And when I say special, I mean literally. He is special. But we're going to get right into the email letter. For all of you out there, thanks so much for joining us here on the tea tonight. We appreciate you. Victor is already in the comments. Just please back up. We're on time, okay? How does that thing say on Higher Learning? You're on time if you're late.
To be early is to be on time, and to be on time is to be late. Was that it?
That's it. We're gonna go with that. So we are early. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's get right into. I love that movie, Higher Learning.
Yeah, it was really good.
Right. So let's get into this email letter tonight. All right, ladies, brace yourself because he is definitely coming for. I'm not gonna. Well, let's get into it.
Okay.
So it says, "A good evening, panel. Since I can't be there physically, will you please discuss some issues or problems I have encountered this short time I've been single?" So you guys guessed it. This letter has been written by none other Victor White.
Oh God.
All right.
I thought we escaped.
So sad we didn't, but here we go. Let me go ahead and get straight to the damn point. As a single male in this dating pool, I find that some women are more attached to the idea of being with someone than being with the right one. I know I harp on women a lot, but I am amazed on how much bullshit you have been through and tolerated from previous relationships. As a single man, I find that women try to use sex as a bargaining strategy to get chosen, only to be put on the back burner because your character, charisma, and beauty is what got his attention in the first place. If those things got him, those things will keep him. I find some of you over sexualize I find some of you over sexualize yourselves only to be a notch on a man's belt. Sex can enhance a bind between two people, but it complicates everything. We both have needs and wants, and sometimes us fulfilling our desires causes turmoil in someone else's life. That's why sex isn't something I overly seek. You can have amazing sex with someone and be living in a delusion that you two are in a situation. So, with all that being said, women need to choose what's important to them and stick to it. Stop offering up the draws so quick. Stop telling men how much bird you suck and how wet your ooha gets. We will find all of that out in due time, but let us find out. Oh, and my last comment before y'all dissect everything I just said. What works for one man probably isn't going to work for the new potential candidate. Switch the shit up. A way to a man's heart is not always through his stomach or his wiener. Some of us want to be stimulated a little higher. Once y'all figure that shit out, you got a potential candidate for a lifetime. Peace out, turds. Sign, Mr. White, Vic, if you're nasty.
Drops mic.
Well,
Woo.
I mean, I can say that some of this is facts.
True. A lot of it is.
You know, a lot of women do feel like once they give up the good, they kind of got that man. And that's not necessarily true at all.
Mhm.
I mean, like Vic say all the time, just because you're having sex with someone doesn't mean that they actually fall for you, love you, feeling you, whatever terms he used. Just because, you giving up the good doesn't mean anything. I mean, and I've had a letter come through and I didn't read it as of yet, but this female was talking about how a woman should do the do on her man morning, noon, night. I don't know why some women think just because they do those things or tell men about their body parts or send pictures and all that stuff that's going to make a man want them even more or are going to keep a man for that sake. I don't understand. But Vic is because he is single, and I guess he is seeing a lot of this come across where women are talking about, different things, what they can do for him, how do you ladies feel?
I feel a couple of ways. One way is he hit the nail on the head. What may work for one guy, women may be pre-programmed, or even men, to think that because it worked previously, it will work with the next guy. And you're dating two different caliber of men, so it's not a cookie cutter thing. So I think that's one thing. And I also think women just didn't wake up one day and be a certain type of way. I think that a lot of things cause women to be a certain type of way. For one, if from your experience that's all you've experienced, or that has seemed to be the thing that gets men, that's what you're going to tend to, I guess, to do. So once you experience something different, or you begin to learn that, hey, all men don't want you for your body, or some people, they feel like they don't have anything else to offer or to bring to the table. So that could be a factor. We always say on the show that it's the physical that catches a person's eye. But if you as a person don't know that you have more to offer, then quite naturally, that's what you're going to rely on when you meet a guy or get to know a guy, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree as well. I would say it would be based on what that man wants. A lot of times we as women, we think for sure that if we give up our goods that, we got the man. And a lot of times that's not the case. If a man has his mind made up that he doesn't want a relationship, then we should respect that. And, it's almost like how Oprah says, when someone tells you their true colors or show you their true colors, believe it, So that's my take on it. And I do agree with Victor about charisma, beauty. And he said something else. What was the other one? Character. I do agree with that as well. That's what really keeps a man. You have to have standards, morals, and values. You can't just give up your body like that.
Yeah.
And you can't just be pretty or have a pretty face or a pretty body, because at the end of the day, looks fade, looks change. And once you get to know somebody beyond the physical, because the physical is what attracts, once you get to know them beyond the physical, can you hold a conversation? Do you know anything about finances? Like, what else can you offer me? And I noticed in the comments, Vic said that he's talking about when you first meet somebody, I can't imagine the first thing I would say to a guy is like, hey, you want a bone, or I can do this or do that. Like,
But you do have some women out there that does that, though.
yeah.
They'll step to them like that. Like, what you going to do?
And
what you want to do?
And I really, as a woman, I think that comes from a place of hurt and rejection, because you may have been in a place where you thought something was something that it wasn't. And because over and over and over, you've experienced that type of rejection. So now you may feel like this is what all men want. And that's not always the case. Some men want substance.
Right.
I don't know, but yeah, that's a lot. It was a lot in that letter. I feel like I'm
Yeah, it was a lot.
skipping some stuff.
I didn't even know where to begin. Like, but you all brought up some good points, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not so necessary as what a woman been through. Like, some women, they just want it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to go through anything. They just know what they want. Like, if they see this guy, they want to have sex with this guy, they may just come out and let this guy know. Now, it's up to him if he's willing to, go that route with her. But some women just want it. And they, just like men, some men don't want to be attached.
Right.
Some women don't want to be attached either. They just want that
Right.
one thing.
That is
So-
very true.
Is that a turn off for guy? I'm not bold enough to go up to a
Me
man and
neither.
just be like,
Me neither.
But is that
That's definitely
a turn off for
me.
men? Like, I don't know.
For some men, it probably will be, but other men, if they're looking for that,
That's
same
all they're
thing,
looking for. So
then
hey,
I'm quite sure that they'll be okay with it.
Mm.
It's up to that person.
I
know?
definitely agree with that. Like, no.
Right. So let's get into some.
And would it depend on where you meet these people at? Because I may be naive, but when you go certain places, would it kind of attract certain caliber of people, so to speak?
Yeah.
You think?
That could be a possibility, because if you meeting somebody in a club and you dancing and grinding all on them, that's kind of telling them, listen,
Right.
what's
And
up?
we're not saying all clubbers are
Right.
like that, but I just wonder if it's
I think the
where you
location,
are,
yeah.
location, the situations you're putting yourself in as a female and as a man, you attract different types of people, maybe. I don't know.
Right. Vic, are you hanging out at the wrong spots, brother? Where are you meeting these women? Let me see. Mina, you had something to say?
I do. I would say that women should know what they want. I had a man to ask me, what do you want? What exactly are you looking for? And I think that is very important. I think women should know what they want as well as the men. And if that person that you met is not looking for the same thing that you're looking for, move on.
Right. Yeah.
So should we as women tell men what we want, or should we let them, I don't know, hunt to find out? Because I've heard it said both ways. I'm kind of like you. I thought maybe you put it out there. If we're not looking for the same things, we part ways. But I think it was Vic that I heard say you don't tell a guy everything you're looking for, because now he knows, and he knows how to play on you. So how does that work?
I think you shouldn't tell a man what you're looking for in a man. But if you're looking for a relationship, I do believe you should let that person know. And the man should be able to tell you what he's looking for as well.
I want to be single, no strings attached kind of thing. I get it.
And, you know, you have to respect that. Everyone should know what they want.
And govern yourself accordingly. It's okay to say we're looking for two different things. I don't know.
Well, you know, I always say communication is key. You have to let someone know at the jump. Like, don't wait until 5-6 months in, you know, we doing things that relationship people do, but you haven't stated if we're, you know, in this committed relationship or not. Like, that's why I say be upfront with people and don't have people assuming, you know, that we're in a relationship when we're really not in a relationship.
Don't mislead and be honest.
And make,
you know,
I'm sorry.
Be honest and, you know, just be upfront. Tell the truth. And it seems like that is so hard for men and women to do, is be honest. Just be honest.
Yeah.
I am appalled at the men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s that just will not be honest.
I think a lot of times people think that they are scaring someone off if they say something that they really mean. So they feel like they're either going to keep it to themselves or they're going to lie about the situation instead of just being upfront and telling the truth. Because, you know, once you start lying, you got to continue to lie, keep up with that lie. Oh, I can't remember. Did I tell her this or did I tell him this? Like, just be upfront with that person. And let that person decide if they want to continue whatever it is you guys got going on, your situation. Let them, you know, make that decision if they want to keep on doing what.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. Like, we're all grown. So why we can't act like adults and talk about things?
And just be transparent. And I'm talking to the women too, because I've heard from men that women are not honest either. Why? Why can't we be honest at this point in time?
Because I feel like, you know, there's still people out there that want to play games. You know, that's why half of the time they can't be honest, because they're trying to lead you on to think something else instead of, you know.
And people be confused themselves. They don't even know what the heck they got going on. They're just confused themselves. And that's why we say it all the time on the show, that we should know what we're doing and what we want before we get other people involved. And because you're confused and now you pull somebody, and I've been guilty, you pulled somebody else in and now they're confused and it's just a big ball of confusion. And we should, and I say we because it's all inclusive, we should not do that. We should not. Absolutely. Definitely, because I've done it.
I mean, like I said, we all grown, you know, so I don't understand that concept. Like, back when we was teenagers in our 20s and we was dating and doing this and that, it was different. But now that we're grown and sexy, we should be on a, you know, thinking different.
But
on a
see,
mature level.
Age does not, you may be mature in age, but you may not be mature in relationships. Because if you take somebody like me as an adult, I have been in one adult relationship. So I'll be 37? No, 37 next month. But so I have the age, but I don't have the experience in relationships. And so you have to, and I'm learning this about myself now, because as I start to kind of, you know, evaluate myself and prepare myself for the next level in life, you have to see things for what they really are. You may be mature in certain areas, but in certain areas you lack experience. And I'm just being transparent, you know, so a lot of times it has nothing to do with it. We should at a certain age, but experience also plays a part into it too.
Most definitely. But so do you think you're ready? I mean, like,
to get married?
Ready.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I
mean, and we as women, we mature way faster, you know, than some men. We know what we want. You know, it don't take us a lifetime to to make decisions when it comes to someone who we want to be
Right.
with. It don't take 5, 6, 7 years to decide that. Like, I feel like we as women know when we meet someone and spend quality time with them, and later on down the road, like, we know
We could see a future, possibly see a future with this person. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So just because you don't have that experience,
Mm-hmm.
Even though
Right.
it was one adult relationship.
And I
You
mean,
know.
where we both said we're in a relationship. I'm not talking about situationships.
Right.
I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? Committed relationship
Right.
kind of thing.
So let's see what the people are saying.
What do the people say?
Let's see. Cynthia says, take it slow, see it for what it is, and communicate openly and accept what they tell you.
Absolutely. That accept what they tell you part is hard. It's hard because you may be telling me one thing, but you're showing me something else. I'm going to believe your actions. So we got to start. That's a good thing. Accepting what they tell us.
Tell us, yeah.
That was a good comment.
Yeah, that was, because a lot of times we don't want to hear what they're telling us. We want to hear what we want to hear, and be happy that way.
Right.
I just saw Victor's comment.
Where is it? I mean, listen, there's so many comments coming through, and let me see. If y'all see one, let me know. You know what?
I am so sick of Marvin.
I'm telling you. Let me see.
Listen.
Let me go down some, because nothing will keep anyone that does. Back to Cynthia, since it's right here. Nothing will keep anyone that doesn't want to be kept.
And
Now,
that's a
those are
fact.
facts.
Very
Yeah.
true.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Chris talking about what's her name? Oh Lord.
Oh,
Steven
gosh.
said, my brother. I thought you was in Facebook jail. What's going on, Steven?
Oh, they let him out?
Right. Character is who you are, even though no one is watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
And when people are watching you as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's what you do when people are not watching.
Marvin says, don't start that shit about finances.
Who said something about finances?
I don't know.
Deanna, when you were saying something about at the beginning, you talk, when you communicate, finding out from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
finances and all that stuff.
Like, what do you bring to the table, kind of, so to speak, kind of thing?
Michael says, some people just want to hit it and quit it. And that is true.
We'll say that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just be honest and let us make a decision if we want to deal with you or not.
That's going back
And
to
vice
honesty
versa.
and
if-
conversation.
Yeah.
Let
And
us
sometimes
know.
people may think, oh, we just gonna kick it, and then they end up falling in love.
Right.
It's just
You
crazy.
just
It's a
never
lot.
know. You just never know.
Right.
And dating is so complicated. I don't
Listen.
understand why it's so complicated.
I think because people, and this is just people have been so jaded and so hurt from previous stuff, and you just kind of bring all those experiences from both parties, and you trying to decipher through all of this stuff. It's just a lot.
It is.
So is it people not healing?
I really think that has something to do with it.
A lot.
Because when you're jumping from relationship to relationship and you're not healing from that previous relationship, you're just bringing over what you had going on in that previous relationship. But I think it's definitely important to heal.
And I'm learning that y'all do a lot of reading and stuff. I'm telling you, I'm learning that healing is ongoing. It's not, I was in this relationship. I kind of got over this dude. I'm ready to see somebody else. It's ongoing. You have to, whatever it took to get you in a good place, you have to continue to do those things so that you can stay, because you have triggers and certain things.
Yep.
So healing is ongoing.
It is self-care,
Absolutely.
self-love, meditation, all of that, praying.
Listen.
That is so true. You have
That
to
is true.
continue doing the things.
Yeah, that brought you out.
Yes.
As if not. It'll be the same
fall
scene,
The
different
same
cast.
cycle, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You have to be
very
careful
true.
with that. Let me see. It doesn't matter where you meet them, freaks in church and the park too.
Well, that's
That's
that
true.
part.
That is true.
Most men are going. I don't know if these comments are coming behind people that's commenting already, because
Right.
I can't see that. Chris says most men going to think, who else you offering that gush to?
And it does.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
It does, but everybody doesn't get the same treatment. Like now you get some people who might be looser than a goose and want everybody to, whatever. But you may get somebody that just wants you.
True.
That's it.
But I guess it would quite naturally, you would think like, oh, okay, yeah.
What else you want?
Who else you doing this to?
Right.
I get it.
So Victor says,
Victor-
seems like every spot is the wrong spot.
Right.
Oh God.
He's on
I
the
guess-
dating scene, so Victor also says, no, don't tell a man exactly what you want. That's dangerous as hell.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But if you want a relationship, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
see, nobody ever gave me those, or for most women, nobody ever give you those little nuggets. You think in your mind, I'm just being honest. I'm gonna tell him I want this. So you just kind of laying it out. And it wasn't until I was on a show and Vic was like, no, you don't do that. It made me think about it differently, because they can play the game on you, but nobody, and I guess it's the Black community. I can say that because I'm a part of that. Nobody gives us these nuggets to tell us, this is what you do. This is how you go about it. Don't say this. We don't know. We just out here shooting from the hip.
Yeah. But I mean, it is important to tell someone if you want a relationship or you don't want a relationship. I mean, those are important things that you should be telling.
Because time is of the essence, for sure.
Right.
You don't want to waste your time.
So what exactly wouldn't you tell someone? Oh, my favorite color is red.
Yeah, they
My
should get to
favorite
know
color
you to
is
find that out.
black, or, like things like that. I guess you're not supposed to let.
Yeah, we need to know some dating etiquette, right? Like the do's and don'ts of dating. Vic, maybe you should
can tell
publish
them their
that.
favorite colors.
Yeah, like.
You'll wear it anyways. So,
Well, that's true. Because I'm wearing my favorite color.
and I am
Purple
too.
and
This is
pink.
one of them.
Yes.
Well,
So I think we just kind of been conditioned wrong. We took the being honest part and maybe took it way left. Like, I'm gonna tell him I want this. I don't like this. I do this.
Yeah,
and we just
because-
kind of
yeah.
gave too much information. So now he know how to hook, line, and sink us.
right. He know what not to do and what to do
Right.
to get you, until he get you.
And then it's like, girl, bye.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they play that game
Mm-hmm.
of giving you what you want, and then they leave when they get what they want.
Exactly. So Stevenson, I guess he's answering someone. Is exactly, Nina. Just tell me, what are you looking for from the beginning?
Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
Marvin says, if I'm in the bar and ask you what you want, I'm definitely talking about a drink. Well, we hope so.
We would hope.
Okay, Marvin.
Right.
I'm lying.
Victor, I'm lying off the rip. I'm dead ass serious. It's up to you to find out what I'm lying about. But why would you lie though? Like, what is
I
the
don't
purpose?
get it.
But wasn't it a part of the letter too?
Something about lying?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I need for him to explain that.
He always said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I still don't get it. Like, but what exactly are you lying about?
Right. Well, that's what he said. It's up to you to
Because,
figure it out.
Yeah, but see, here we go back to the games. We got to play games. We got to play guessing games, or you testing me.
Right.
Why?
But then if the other person proves to have, or you feel they've been untrue about something, it's a big deal.
Exactly. Why you didn't tell me that from the beginning?
Well,
Well, you lying to me from the jump.
admittedly.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. It's too much to think about.
Well, I mean, this is a good point. Marvin says, if I lie to you, that mean I care about your feelings. LOL.
That
For
came
men.
from a movie
From
or
a man.
something, right?
Probably.
What was that? That sounds like it came from a movie.
But that sounds just like what a man would say. Though.
Was that on Baby Boy?
I can't answer that.
Yes, I lie to you
I
because
saw
I kept.
bits and pieces of.
Girl, that's one of my favorites. Hey, I think that was
think
on
of
Baby
Ving
Boys.
Rhames.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that part.
Yeah. And Tyrese.
Yes, honey.
But that does sound like something a man would say, though.
I think that was on Baby Boy.
Like we would just come out. Well, some of us would just come out and tell the truth. Not saying that, oh, I'm going to lie because I feel like I'm hurting your feelings. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, so I lied about it.
So is it more so when you don't care about somebody, and Vic, you can clarify for us, when you don't care about somebody, you just say whatever. And then once you start to care, you just kind of filter a little bit because you don't want to hurt them.
There's Noah.
Right. I don't know.
And then we say, well, you need to tell the truth. But then I lie.
So do you ladies, would y'all prefer for a man to lie to you, or would you prefer for him to be honest with you about certain things? I
prefer the truth. A lot of men think that women can't handle the truth, and that's not the case.
And just because we're hurt about the truth doesn't mean we can't handle it, or because we respond a certain way doesn't mean we can't handle it.
True.
Because you know what? I prefer to know the truth, because when the truth come out and then I get hurt by it, that's like.
But some things, do you really want to know? Do you really? I'm not saying.
Chris said we can't handle the truth.
That's not true.
Do you really?
I think to a certain extent.
Most can. Most can't.
But listen, when y'all say people can't handle the truth, we're still alive. We're still breathing. We're still trucking.
We may go through it that moment.
So you feel it, you hurt, you react, you respond, or whatever. But it's the truth. What can we do?
Yeah.
Make an informed decision.
Make an informed decision. We have to make that decision. Are we going to stay, or are we going to go? Am I going to forgive him for that? Or, I don't know.
Look at Johnny.
Right, Cynthia. Men can't
either. Men definitely cannot handle the truth. Can you, Brian? Look, he's sad now.
Look, you're right. Somebody giving him some truth over there.
Somebody didn't hurt his feelings.
They gave him the truth.
Right.
Look at Brian.
Oh. Would you like to
That's
talk
so funny.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Give me the truth.
I agree, men or women.
Most women can't handle the truth. All the men are in the comments. Most women can't handle the truth.
Because they think if we respond or react, then it's us not handling the truth.
We're hoping. We're managing it.
We're human.
Yeah.
We feel. We're emotional.
Exactly. That's just like when we are trying to when we're trying to get our point across and they think that we're arguing.
Are we mad? I don't want to argue.
Right. Why we just can't have a conversation about this?
And I feel passionately about this.
Right. So my tone may change.
And it may be a little elevated. Yeah.
But I'm just making a point. I'm not arguing. I'm just,
right.
Let's talk about it.
Right.
Let me see. I saw something where. Oh, hey Johnny! Anybody anybody lied to my sister? I'm going to put my foot in somebody. That's
Look
right.
at you.
That's right, cousin. Noah. Let me see what Noah is saying. When I met a female, I hope he's saying when I meet, because he definitely ain't meeting right now.
Right.
A female, I don't have time for all this fake stuff. Like, damn, girl, you so fine and you smell so good. Look, woman, I want them draws, but I'll only last 2 minutes. And if I last longer than that, it only means your draws are trash.
I just can't.
You know what? No.
I cannot.
Shut up.
Shall not respond.
It's funny.
We need some healing energy or a happy ending, which so he's commenting after whichever comes first. We need some healing energy or a happy ending. Get out of here. Y'all need peace. Y'all need all that. But when we say we need peace, we can't have peace. But y'all need y'all peace, right?
What is peace? What for a man? Like what is peace?
No arguing. They don't want to hear your mouth.
They want you mute.
Yeah. Right. They don't want to hear you.
They want quietness.
I mean, I think we want peace as well.
We
You
do.
know, we want
We do.
quiet time. We want some me time. It's not always bickering and
Somebody said
You know.
silence. Who was that? Marvin.
Marvin.
So Marvin, if you came home, it was complete silence. Would that be peace?
We know what you're talking about. A happy ending. We know what a happy ending means. Victor, what was your question?
Who said that,
the-
Victor?
Victor.
Look at
Oh, my
God.
goodness.
Okay, so now I understand what peace is. Listen. Guess all men want peace then.
Well,
I guess all men want peace.
that is funny. Let me see. Jackie says a man wants the truth, but then blocks you when you give it to him, all in his feelings and run like a punk.
Dog. Jackie.
Get him, Jackie. That's right. They say they want peace, but then when we shut down and we're not saying anything,
What's wrong with you?
right?
Why you not talking?
Cut it out. Cut it out, man. That goes both ways though, because we want peace as well. Let me see. Man by Jackie. He's coming for you. Let me see. Cynthia says men say they want a truthful woman, but when they say we are being difficult or playing hard to get. So it's like we can't be right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we can't do it right if we're trying to be truthful, like Cynthia says.
I think everybody has
We're being difficult.
a general idea of how they think things should be or how they think they want things to go. But when you're in a situation, it's not always that way. So you have to decide what's important, what's a deal breaker, I don't know.
That's why I think all of this is important when you're talking to someone. I feel like all of that is necessary. So it's like, what do I give away? What don't I give away?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that is important in a relationship.
Absolutely. So am I saying too much? Am I not saying enough?
Right.
What does he want to know? What do he needs to find out? Like, really though, why is it, like you said, why is it this difficult?
Right.
Difficult. It's so difficult. What do you share and what you should not share?
Absolutely.
Right. Chris says we don't want to argue, but shit
practical.
about shit that really is petty and in the big picture means nothing. What even be mad in an hour? Won't even be mad in an hour. That is true. I find myself now like not letting it last long.
Yeah, I never hold grudges. We can you can hard down argue right now. If I'm like, Veronica, can I have a piece of gum?
Right.
Like, I don't hold grudges,
Yeah.
and that's just me. But when we talk about things being petty, what may be small to you may be very big to the next person. So, if we just arguing about a piece of paper on the floor or something, that, to me, that's petty. But a lot of times we can't minimize how another person may feel or what's big to them.
Right. I mean, it's a lot. But I just feel like because we're in this day and age, this time where anything is possible to happen.
Right.
So I just feel like holding grudges and being mad, like that is just so beneath me now.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't nothing for me to stay mad at you.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
You could be in the house with somebody and not talk to them. Oh, I could not. I could not.
but now like I've learned
Right.
not to do that because something can happen in a minute.
I'm telling
a
you.
second. And and you've been mad at this person and now something happened and it's like, oh my God. Like I wouldn't be able to forgive.
Live with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
So now I just I can get there, but I have to think come on, shake it off, be the bigger person,
And just because you bring it down and you resolve it doesn't mean there's still not an issue. You're just not walking around acting a fool.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I think that is so important. And that's what they say, not to go to bed mad.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like that is so important.
Right. You just never know.
You never know.
True. I feel like letting things go quickly adds to your peace too.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're
Definitely.
holding on to that grudge, it's on your mind. You're mad. You're not
Get to the mic.
talking. And you're being silent.
Right.
So,
Like, go ahead.
But also you have to be careful too, not to sweep stuff under the rug.
Letting it, yeah.
just letting it slide, and then it's gonna come up again. It's like you're ignoring it just for the sake of having peace, and then it comes up again, and then kind of same thing.
so state your peace and let it go.
Yeah. I definitely prefer peace now
Yeah.
than catching damn headaches and you know what I'm saying? Having stress in my life.
Right.
Stress is a killer. I ain't got
Yes,
time
it
for that no
is.
more. I don't get time.
Yeah, Cynthia's comment.
Where is she?
If you're two mature adults,
If you're two mature adults, you shouldn't even consider it as an argument. Only discussions of differences.
I
That is
agree with
true.
that.
Yeah, that's true. But but going back to what we say, some men will say that we are arguing
When we're
instead,
not.
and we're not. Give me a second, caller. Call back in to let me set up my
And not just men. Can I chime in real quick?
yes, go
Okay.
yeah, go
And
ahead.
not just men, even as Black women, when we speak passionately about stuff, people think we're argumentative about it. We're not arguing, we're just passionate.
Right.
That was my thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not angry. We're passionate.
Right.
Right. Can we be passionate?
Can we feel a type of way?
right without thinking that we're arguing when we're
Or
not?
mad. Right.
She never. Wait a minute. Wait. She never got slapped through a cup. That's an inside joke.
Oh, because I was going to say, I ain't never got slapped at all. Let's be clear. Let's more through a cup. Hold up.
That's an inside joke.
Okay.
You know what, Johnny? Don't even go there.
Okay, because I was about to say, hold up. Ain't no slapping over here.
Jay says it depends on the people in the relationship, which why you date.
Which is why you date.
Which is why you date. It depends on the people in the relationship, which is why you date.
Okay. So you can get to know them, I guess.
Yeah. Let me see. Alicia says communication and being able to let go when need be will solve and prevent a lot.
When we talk about communication, I think we think that communication is just talking about it. It's so much more than just talking about it. It's the body language. I'm learning it's how you, because I got a strong personality and I can just say it and not mean anything by it.
Yeah.
And so it's how you say stuff. Like you said, that tone, the harshness of your voice and all those. So it's not just talking about it, because anybody can talk about anything. It's so much more than just saying it. And it's something that, we all have to learn. Like, just because you're saying it don't mean, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't mean that
You're
meaning
effectively communicating.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. Let me see. Stevenson says, I love when they go to bed mad, because while they are sleeping in the middle of the night, I was
see now see
to the side.
See, we can't even be serious for a minute. Really?
You know what, Stevenson? You know what?
Right.
If I'm mad and you trying to slide, you can forget that, buddy. Clink, clink. This is a real tight up in here. Chris says, if you loud, only got your POV and it's your way or no way, you're arguing. Point
of view. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, but I don't necessarily agree. Because I talk loud anyway.
Yeah, I can be very loud.
I talk loud. Yeah. So.
And it comes across as
aggressive.
Yeah. Change your tone. Okay, but I'm just,
just trying to speak my piece. But I think it's a cultural thing too. Like, you seem to have a really soft tone. I wish I had that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you sound so soft and peaceful. and I sound like A. So yeah, it's work.
Nina is soft spoken,
I am.
like Pam.
I am.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong. Do not.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it
do
twisted.
not.
It's in me, huh?
Mhm.
Right. We can all be nice.
Right.
Like I'm very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Be very nice,
That's me.
but don't push it. Don't
Victor.
push it. Oh,
Well,
boy.
we know who the caller is.
Women hold grudges more than us. Yeah.
Oh, we have a caller.
All right, guys, we have a caller. Wait a minute. I always got to work this thing out.
Jack A. Say, here we go. Right.
Hello.
Hello, what's up?
Hello, caller. Welcome to Tangy Tea of Life. Who is this on the phone lines?
This is Mr. Drunken Love.
Oh my God.
God, wait. Drunken Love. What's going on, Mr. Drunken Love? What's your thoughts on this letter that you wrote?
Right.
I'm in here eating French fries in the middle of the day and watching the Tangy Tea.
Oh,
Really?
We appreciate you. The question is, do you have drawers on?
I got one leg in my drawers. I ain't put the other leg in yet.
You're so I just stupid. Cannot.
So it's half and half. I'm half and half right now.
What you sipping on?
Don Julio's 70th anniversary.
I knew it was something.
It's about to be on. Come on, Vic. What you got to say?
So let me ask y'all this. So when a man says that, well, let me back up. When I say that I'm going to lie to you, you take that as it being negative, correct? To all three of y'all?
Yes.
We take it, yep, as, why not be truthful?
Right.
Okay, but understand if you got my inner thoughts and everything about me, that what I deal with internally, you might not can deal with externally, if you get what I'm saying.
So
Are
you lying by omission?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Or are you just like...
Well, I think what you're saying is correct. That would be a lie. If you ask me, what am I thinking about? And for me to not tell you exactly what I'm thinking about, that's a lie. So I think a lot of times with guys, we don't let y'all in on exactly what we're battling on the inside. So by us not telling you that, I'm thinking about 2 months down the road, I don't know, your birthday coming up, woo, this, that, and the other. So that would be a lie. If for us to sit here and tell you, I don't know what lies tomorrow, or I don't know what, how we're going to pay this next bill or this, and this. So that's what I say when men lie. I'm going to lie to you. I'm not going to tell you the truth because I don't want you to worry about what I'm worried about and make the situation worse, because a lot of times y'all will take a situation and overthink it and make it worse for us.
So
I get that part.
Let me ask a question. So if sometime down the line you find out your significant other lied about something, would it hold the same weight as that lie that you told?
It depends on what she lied about. A lot of times I'm one of these people that I don't care to know a lot of things. As long as my image of you don't change, I'm cool. Whatever image I have of you, keep that image for me. And I think that's where some of y'all run into a problem with, because a man will hold his woman on a pedestal, and no matter what anybody says, you can't knock that woman off the pedestal. Only she can knock herself off of that or step down off that pedestal. So y'all will do little things that you'll be like, well, damn, this ain't the person, who I initially met or the person who I thought she was. So that's when, to us real men, when things change.
So, in essence, are you saying a big lie and a little lie, or a white lie, things like that? So it's not like a lie is a lie.
I just feel like, when it comes down to, I guess, your image, like I'm a very image conscious person. So if I think my wife, if I think, I'm the only one she's ever been with, even though I know that is a lie, let me think that. If I'm coming to you and I'm saying, you know what, baby, am I the best and this, that, and the other, lie to me and say fucking yeah. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? Well, I've had, da 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 da. But I'm just saying, like, keep that dainty image that we have of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I say women don't fart and all that, don't be passing gas around me, bro. Just let it go. I mean, don't let it go. Don't go around there and do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that y'all do. And that goes the same thing, with us. We need to keep that image, that y'all have of us. But it's up to each other to find out what that image actually is and to become the man of your dreams. Because 9 times out of 10, we're not the man that that you want us to be. We have to morph ourselves into the perfect man in order for that to be, you know what I'm saying, who you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say that I lie. So if a woman says, well, I love a man who's good with his hands, but if I'm clumsy, I need to learn how to start being good with my hands. If I want to be that, that person who you always dreamed you was with.
So can I put a
That's
spin
what I
on
mean
it?
by I lie.
I like that.
Can I put a spin on it? So
Sure.
would it be fair to say,
Yes.
in some instances, we place our expectations on a person, and once we place our expectations on a person, if they don't live up to it, then our image of them change?
I think so. I think what you're saying is accurate, but I feel like if I love you enough, whatever your expectation of a man is, I'm willing to try or at least attempt to become that person. But you got to have realistic goals. Now, if you say you want to be with a millionaire, there's really not nothing I can really do about that. But if you're telling me that you want a man to be trusted, understanding, all these other different, crazy ass characteristics that y'all come up with, then it's
That's
like,
crazy.
okay, it's just a metaphor. But for a man to be listening, I mean, not be listening, but for a man to be empathetic, we got to listen to what y'all are telling us. And if I love you enough, I'm willing to sit back and listen to, and see how your day was and learn about, what you do and what you deal with. But sometimes y'all need to give us that same thing that you want from us.
I was just about to say, do men extend the same grace to women that women extend to men?
Nope. We don't.
Double standard again.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing wrong with double standards when they apply.
Well, I love that you broke that down, Victor, because it makes more sense
It does.
when you talk about why you lie about certain things. It definitely makes more sense.
So if I sit here and I tell a woman, hey, my name's Vic, and I'm a halfway listen to what you say to me most of the time. I'm only paying attention to you.
She gonna
if I
run.
want something from you. Exactly. So, but for me to sit here and say, well, how was your day? I'm not saying I don't care about your day, but that's just, I can pick apart what I need to get out of that conversation to get what I want later. So it's what it is. It's just a game.
It's a game,
man.
So you're not. So so when you ask me that, you really don't give a damn how my day went.
Right. Girl, bump you.
It's not really that. I'm gauging how your day was to further get what I want at the end of the day. So if I sit here asking you how your day was, oh, I had a great day. Okay, good. We're doing it tonight. You know what I'm saying?
So it's
But
not
if you
about the
sit here and tell
person.
me- It's not. It is about the person, because if you had a stressful day, why in the world would I want to get you in the bedroom and try, swinging from the ceiling fan? That's just not. I mean, I do care about you, because if you had a bad day,
That'll make
you
my
might
day
love your
even
food.
better.
I'm too old for all that.
But
Anyway,
but you don't do it before.
we'll do
Next
that
caller.
Well, let me read this comment that Chris says. He says, "No, Vic, you talking about changing for a person. You have to be who you are, and they have to accept. Otherwise, you both live in a facade. Eventually, the walls will crumble."
I disagree. I think
Okay,
everybody.
Chris, that is who I am. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
I think everybody kind of grows and evolve. Now, you're not going to change who you are at the core, but I think when you're in a relationship with somebody and you care about them, certain things about yourself will change to kind of, I guess, assimilate to that relationship and for the sake of the relationship. Now, I don't think he's saying you change every single thing about you till you don't know you don't recognize yourself anymore. But when you're in a relationship, you do tend to find certain things about yourself changing for the betterment of the relationship.
For the better.
Yeah.
Right. Not trying to
That's
be to be fake about it.
Right.
Just trying to make things better
Right.
within yourself, and to know that the person that you're with is, feeling
Well-
comfortable. Huh?
Veronica, you Deanna Bond. She said something real please.
Oh, I get a bomb from you. Okay.
Right.
I'm winning tonight. Go Falcons.
No, see,
Exactly.
now-
Go Falcons. Hey.
So I'm not saying all guys are like this, but guys who think and act like me, a lot of them won't take, a lot of them, pajama pictures. We got matching shirts and all that. We do that for y'all. So for me to sit here and say, I ain't changing for, well, you gonna change. You're going, like she said, you're going to adapt to that situation. If you truly love a woman, you will do all the corny stuff that she wants you to do,
Right.
whether you used to do that or not. So that's why
Right.
I say I lie.
Some men
That's why I say I
don't
lie.
give a damn though. They like, "Phew, I ain't putting on no matching pajamas."
And I think the right people make you better.
Yeah, most
You know,
definitely.
Well, is that better? But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, some things about you should, you know what I'm saying, develop or get better.
They're helping you grow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah. Chris says, this is so sweet. You'll do things you may not have normally done to make them happy because their happiness brings you joy.
That's right, Chris. I think that's what he's saying.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's exactly it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't make my bed up, but if my woman wants me to make the bed up, I'm gonna do it.
Because-
And that's just what, huh?
You went to see The Wizard for a heart.
one of my favorite
Oh, you know
movies.
what? I'm leaving. I'm dropping too much shit. I got to go back into the comment section.
Aw.
Really? You
I'm
was
about to
doing
go
good.
out.
Listen, you
Right.
teach us game on the low.
Yeah.
On the low.
Well, I'm about to put my other leg in my drawers. And
Oh God. So this was Victor. Now we're gonna get Vic.
Right.
Okay.
Good night,
take it.
sir. Thank you, Vic.
y'all be good.
All
Good
right.
night. Good night. That was
That was good.
that was good.
I like the fact that he broke that down.
Yeah,
for
because
us.
I was a little bit confused. Like,
Yeah, for a
well,
moment.
don't get mad if I lie.
Stevenson says, right, please, ladies, just remember, we men, we know how to prepare y'all for later if we want to be with you later on that night. That's what Victor was saying about asking how your day was.
Yeah, we got that. We caught that, Stevenson. We knew.
And I want to go back to Jill too. She says, Vic, if you don't care about your wife or girlfriend's day, was if you don't care about how your wife or girlfriend's day was, then you don't need that person in the first place.
In his defense, I don't think, and he can correct me, that he meant you don't care about their day. He just want to hear. He don't want to hear every single detail. We'll ramble a little bit. They don't want to hear all that.
Yeah. Just how was your day? It was good.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing they want. But we're gonna talk about when I got there, somebody was in my parking spot, and they don't want to hear all that. And that's what I'm thinking he meant, because men just be straight to the point.
Right. Rodney says, in a relationship, you change whether you realize it or not. I know I changed, and most of it for the better, and those changes have made me a better man. Exactly, Rodney.
Yeah,
exactly. And you want somebody that's going to better you.
And even me, I find myself saying more, how do you feel about this, or how do you feel about that? And that's something for me to get used to, because I'm used to like, hey,
because their opinions count.
Right.
It matters.
Yeah.
Right.
I
It's an adjustment. But you find yourself naturally almost like second nature doing. Now, some things not second nature. You just have to get into practice of. But like you said, whether you know or don't know.
Sorry, I had a comment coming through. So yeah, let's see. There's no such thing as a big lie. Lie, big sin, little sin. They all the same. But now that Victor broke it down for us, because do we really want to worry about if, he didn't pay that bill that he was supposed to take care of?
Now, if he didn't pay, I want to know. But if you're trying to figure it out, maybe not. But if you didn't pay, I might need to know so I can help you, sir.
Do we want to know certain things? Or like Vic say, like, telling that little small, may not be a small lie, but just keeping it to himself, even though he's going to take care of it.
Right.
Do we really want to know that though?
Yeah. I guess it's like picking your battles kind of thing.
Exactly.
Because we will worry, and then, might, like he said, mess up, call our dad, and he like, oh, I don't feel like a man, all kind of stuff. So yeah, I get it. I don't know if I agree or disagree, but I get it.
Hey, Mr. Sammy, how are you?
Hi, Mr. Sammy.
Yeah.
There's just so much to think about.
It is. It really is.
And he gave us that little insight on the man brain, I guess.
Yeah. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like, Mina and I was talking the other day about relationships and, what you want, what you're expecting from someone. Like, that was a deep conversation that we was having. But it's like, it's hard, especially if that person isn't looking for the same thing that you are looking for.
And kind of like what you were saying in the beginning, being transparent about, I'm dating, with the intent to possibly one day get married, and somebody saying, well, I'm just out here, I just want to have fun. So early on, being able to cut those losses early on before you allow somebody to get attached is kind of important, because when people feelings get involved, people feelings get hurt.
Yes.
Whether you meant to or not, it happens. People get hurt.
Right.
And that's not fair.
It's not fair. Because you weren't truthful from the beginning.
And then imagine being a person who's been hurt over and over and over and over and over. That tends to set in. And then taking it back to the letter, that might be why a person will approach the next guy like, well, hey, I just want to, bone or whatever, because they've been hurt over and over and over and over. And I'm going to sound spiritual, but the spirit of rejection is big and it's heavy. And we as women, we feel that rejection, and along with that rejection comes shame and all these other emotions. So if you don't know how to deal with those emotions or handle those emotions, you might just find yourself being one of those people like, hey, what's up? Because you feel like that's what all people want. And that's all you may have to offer, because that's all people tend to see you as good for. Right.
And I really hope women do realize, and this was a great letter that Victor wrote, but like, some women do think by sleeping with the man and doing all these things to please this man is going to keep this man.
It's not.
It's not.
If he don't want you, he don't want you. You cannot make listen.
Point blank.
You just can't make a person want you.
Exactly.
You can't.
Can't.
You just
Exactly.
can't. I had to learn.
No
Everybody
matter
has to learn.
what you do,
Right.
you
can't
can
make-
be the best lover in the bed. You can do all this freaky stuff you want to do to this man. But if he don't want to be with, and the same vice versa, same so as a woman, you can do well.
If they don't want you, they don't want
They
you.
don't want
Let's just say that.
Exactly. You can do flips, 11 inches like Vic said. If I don't want you, I don't want you.
Right. And it's hard to accept, but you'll get on through.
Right.
And learn how to read actions, because actions speak louder than words any day.
But see, that can be confusing too. The actions, because when a person's actions and words don't line up, that's where the conflict is. For example, if you're a guy and you're saying, Deanna, I only want to kick it, but we doing all this relationship stuff, my mind is going to say, oh, he want to do more than kick it. Then later on, he might be like, but I told you no, but we did. So for me, it's important that a person's words and actions line up, because that'll eliminate the confusion.
Yeah.
So when they don't line up, what do you believe?
If you're confused, there's a problem.
Right.
If that man wants you, you should know without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
If you're confused, then that man
Then he
doesn't
don't want you. I
Exactly.
agree.
And I've heard that on from a dating coach, because I listen to a lot of dating coaches.
Yeah.
If you're confused about whether a man likes you or wants to be with
He
you,
doesn't.
He doesn't.
Are you confused that you're in a relationship? Are you not in a relationship?
You're
Like,
not.
what are we doing? That
what
should
are
be
we doing
clear.
here?
Right.
Because we definitely doing relationship things, but we're not in a relationship.
I've been
Right.
there. I've been there.
And it is confusing.
It is.
But if you're confused,
He don't want you, sis.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or bruh.
Yeah.
Or bruh.
Yep, vice versa.
Noah says, if her draw's good. They keep saying draws.
So
They kill me with
everything is
that.
not back to that.
If her
Like,
draw's good, he will be like Keith Sweat and make it last forever. I thought Victor said in the letter that it wasn't about that though. Even if it is good, that's
I
not
don't
going to
even-
keep.
no, when he's serious and when he's not.
Right.
Like,
Noah
are you
is so
serious or are you
stupid. Noah
telling a
is so
joke? Because I
dumb.
don't even know.
Oh my God. Victor said, just come to bed with the bonnet on,
Oh,
with the bonnet and the big draws. I want you, not what you can do.
okay. So wherever Vic at, it must be doing him some good. He's a changed man.
Can we say panties, please?
Right.
Panties.
Draws.
Stevenson says actions and words should always match each
Right.
other. I am with you, Deanna.
Okay, Stevenson, you're on my team for once. Okay.
Put me in coach. I'm not wrapping it up though.
See, just when we think,
He never wraps it up.
there was a glimmer of hope, he just puts it out.
I already know, Jill. You know what his top 5 is.
Listen. We know what it ain't. Too.
Right. We know sex is not in his top 5. But yeah, like I don't know. This letter has, shined some light on the women out there. So shouts out to Victor.
So if a woman is certain that that's all she wants, should she not say that to a man?
If she's not certain that's
If
all
she's certain, like, this is all I want, should she not say that to a man?
I think she should. That way he won't be confused. Like, okay, because men have feelings too.
I'm
We
talking
have
about
to
initially,
realize
like how
that.
he said, like, do you meet and you guys start chopping it up and she's just like, hey, all I want to do is.
That's all I want. Drop him.
Ooh, child.
That's all I want. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want anything serious. I just want some from
Do you
you
think-
on the side.
Women really feel that way, or they just kind of assimilated to that because of the
I
dating
don't.
experience? You
But
reckon?
I think some women are seriously like men. Like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
don't want a relationship. They don't want to have. I think that's why a lot of women deal with married men,
And do you think that stems
because they don't want to be settled. They just want that. You know what I'm saying?
But
That
do you
intimacy.
think they really don't want to be settled,
Some of
or
them
they
do.
just accept it like this ain't working for me, so I'm just get what I can get settled?
Yeah, a lot of women do settle.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
True.
I mean, we've all settled before.
Right. And I guess it might be hard for us women who desire, monogamy and desire a mate, desire to be married. I guess it's kind of hard for us to understand a person who just does not want that. Because, I guess you're trained to think, when a woman wants marriage and the house and the kids and a dog and whatever else. So when you find somebody who just like, I don't want that, it makes me wonder, I wonder why, like, what has gotten her to this point. And it could be nothing, but it makes me wonder why.
Or why she's like getting in something that she knows she's.
Or why she doesn't want it.
Wait, go back.
Okay.
I was thinking something different.
Oh.
Go ahead.
So like if I met you and you just like, I don't want to get married, I don't want kids, I just want to, with a man, I'm going to wonder, well, because I'm a person who desired it and I feel like most women do.
Right.
So I would wonder, like, I wonder why she doesn't desire that. Is it because, so many things happen to her that she feel like she can't have it, or she just tired of being hurt, or does she just don't feel like it's for her kind of thing?
I think something definitely had to take a woman to that to that place.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I think
Definitely past experiences.
yeah, because I think, like you said, most women want that. They want that one person. They want to get married. They want that picket fence. You know what I'm saying? We as women want that. So I do think when a woman gets to that certain point where she's just looking at a man for, what he can do, I feel like, getting some, I do feel like she's been hurt several times.
Sure.
So she's at that point now where she's like, whatever, let me get me. What's going on, brother Fatigue?
What's up?
Listen, this is my first time meeting you in person.
Oh my goodness.
So he do exist.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What's
Definitely.
going on?
Hey, I'm joining. I'm doing so many things, but I'm wearing so many hats, but I'm glad to join.
Fatine still here in South Carolina
All
with
right.
us. Brother Fatine all the way from New York, WBLS radio station.
There you go.
So I think it was Thursday. I looked and I said, "Oh, Fatine's there." I'm I'm feeling some type of way.
I'm still here. I
Yo,
gotta
you-
see you. I talked about your hair.
Oh, you did? I can't make it swing
Swinging it.
with the headphones on.
So what's topic tonight?
Well,
Listen,
your boy wrote a letter in.
your boy.
Would you like for me to read it all over?
I don't know how long it is.
It's pretty lengthy.
He made this may be it right. Well, Vic, let's see what he says right here. A chick told me once she likes giving blowjobs. Bruh, that is a major turnoff, as well as it should be. Like, what the F? How can I ever take you seriously? I'm walking around with Sally, the sucking serpent. Man, bye. Yeah, now that would be a turn. Like if a guy was to step to me and say something like, "Oh, I want to lick all around," or something like that. That is a
Put a smile on your face, though.
no.
Put a smile. Just put a smile on
Just
your
by
face.
me saying that, I turned myself on just now.
Oh, okay.
But if a dude was to come to me and say that, I'd be like, "Get the hell out my face!" Like that is a major.
So let me
turn-off.
ask you this.
So
Let
I'm
me-
definitely with Vic
So
on that.
let's talk about that. So is it the type of what he's saying or the woman saying? Because people are intimate. We hear because our parents had sex, right? So is it to the point that just bringing up the act instead of saying I suck so and so, I want to have intercourse, is it the turn off of the conversation of how you say it? Because it's a sexual act. It's a sexual act. So if you're putting head into kitty cat or tongue into kitty cat, the bottom line is the bottom or whatever, however you doing it, it's still a sexual act. So is it the abrasiveness of it.
Don't come to me. You don't even know me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to come to me with that?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me to be saying that.
So then it's the abrasiveness of it. It's the forward of saying that you feel that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Okay. So that makes sense. But if you're turned off by the oral piece, but if somebody came to you and said something differently in a different sexual act and you're not turned off, so you're turned off on that, and that makes sense. And I hear what Victor's saying. It's how you approach a person. You just don't come up and say that. But depend on, wait a minute, you don't just do that like in a club or whatever. But if you in your home and you in the mood and you say that's different.
Well, what
That's
she
different.
was saying is somebody you don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
somebody
that's
don't
not-
know.
you just don't do that. But if it's somebody y'all on that level, then
Yeah. I think I hate to use the word disrespect. It's just not, the coof is not there. It's just not cool. And it makes you look at the person.
Thirsty.
It makes you, thirsty, all kind of other
Disrespectful.
adjectives, other kind of adjectives out there.
Yeah. So if a woman come to you and yo,
Yeah.
what's up?
Mm-hmm. Just like that. That's cool. That's cool.
So you
That's
like
cool.
that.
Like what's up? But
No,
if you talk
I wasn't
about, you mean,
finished.
oh, I suck so and so. Nah, that's because at the end of the day, you're like, okay, you may get aroused off that, but at the end of the day, and men, again, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Some men may not be turned off in the beginning. Depends. But see, I gotta go with Victor. On this, because at the end of the day, if that person comes up to you and say that, what happens goes in your head. How many other men did this woman approach like that? That's why Victor wrote that comment. I have to give it to him.
yeah.
So honestly, if you ask me to be straightforward, I just think that is not a good way of going about it.
Right.
Okay, so I definitely disagree with it.
I need to tag you too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Victor, he wrote a real good letter.
It was thought provoking.
Can you break it down a little bit without me reading it
I
again?
can't even half remember.
Or I
But,
can read it again.
I think initially he was like, women come off to people and just basically say, in a nutshell, I want to have sex. That's a turn off. It was a lot in that letter. I can't even remember all the things.
I read it because, unlike Mr. Sammy just getting on too. So he says, good evening, panel. Since I can't be there physically, will you please discuss some issues or problems I have encountered this short time I've been single? Let me go ahead and get straight to the damn point. As a single male in this dating pool, I find that some women are more attached to the idea of being with someone than being with the right one. I know I harp on women a lot, but I am amazed on how much bullshit you have been through and tolerated from previous relationships. As a single man, I find that women try to use sex as bargaining strategy to get chosen, only to be put on the back burner because your character, charisma, and beauty is what got his attention in the first place. If those things got him, those things will keep him. I find some of you over-sexualize yourselves only to be a notch on a man's belt. Sex can enhance a bond between two people, but it complicates everything. We both have needs and wants, and sometimes us fulfilling our desires causes turmoil in someone else's life. That's why sex isn't something I overly seek. You can have amazing sex with someone and be living in a delusion that you two are in a situation. So with all that being said, women need to choose what's important to them and stick to it. Stop offering up the draw so quick. Stop telling men how much bird you suck and how wet you hoo-ha gets. We will find all that out in due time, but let us find out. Oh, and my last comment before y'all dissect everything I just said, what works for one man probably isn't going to work for the new potential candidate. Switch the ish up. He said shit. My gospel listeners, I'm so sorry. He says switch the shit up. A way to a man's heart is not always through his stomach or his wiener. Some of us want to be stimulated a little higher. Once y'all figure the shit out, you got a potential candidate for a lifetime. Peace out, turds. Signed, Mr. White, Vic, if you're nasty.
So Victor wrote that letter.
Mhm.
Okay, so Victor hit some real good points on that, and now I get it. Now I get it. And he's saying basically, some women go at a man that way because they feel that's what the man wants to hear. At the end of the day, and what he said, they may not be looking for substance in the sense of quantity, or instead of quality, they're looking for quantity. Being with somebody versus being with somebody in a quality setting. So they are so desperate and thirsty, as you used earlier, that they will tell a man what they think a man wants to hear to cut through the nonsense to try to get and hook that man. Once they feel that they've hooked that man, then they got something that they want. So I do agree with that.
Coming from a man.
Hey, there you go.
How many blow pops she is blowing?
Oh God.
How many has she licked till she got to the middle?
Oh Jesus.
Tootsie Roll. That's a Tootsie
You know
Roll
what?
pop. That's a Tootsie Roll pop.
You always make me silent on the show. Every time. Like, listen.
So Victor says 13% of women smell like mothballs.
Mothballs.
And
Victor.
that's a major turnoff. I'm gonna need you to switch up, ma'am. Yeah,
Why
red
is that?
flag.
Wait. Why
Red
is,
flag.
Why is that? And I'm sorry, I locked my bell. And my bell is right over there. But why is that? You know, and don't women realize that is a turnoff?
What?
mothballs?
Yes.
Mothballs.
That's
So
a
y'all serious?
turnoff.
Y'all serious?
Turn off. Do not come out smelling. Your clothes better not smell like mothball. Your food better
Hold
not
up
smell.
one
Your
second.
house better not smell like
So
mothball. That's a
people-
turn off.
Really smell like moth. I'm not being funny. Like
Yes.
women.
Some. Yes. Some people put it in and they leave it in their clothes and their coats and they come out and they smell like that's a turn off.
So people, I guess I'm stuck. People really smell.
It's a turn off. It's
People still use mothballs in their closets.
I
and
get it,
stuff,
but
so it get in their clothing, and
Yep. It's a turn off.
I don't like mothballs.
Mm.
I throw them out like for frogs or out.
Oh, girl, they don't work for the frogs.
They
Listen,
don't.
nothing works
They
for the girl.
don't.
Listen, don't get me started.
Raid kills frogs.
But they already got to be there for it to kill them. I wanted to keep them away. Listen, I cannot do it.
You might be killing your prince. Then they say for
Oh well, I don't want them. If he has to be a frog and I have to kiss him, keep him.
Victor also says women who drive Nissans are two-door cars, red flags. Excuse us?
Well, I
have a
used to
two-door.
be
I have
a
a
red
two-door.
flag.
My daughter drives a two-door car.
What does he mean?
What's the problem?
I used to be a red flag.
Break
then.
that down, sir.
My
'cause,
daughter drives a sports car.
Red flag.
Right.
What red flag is that? You know?
Listen, I was a red flag, I guess. Listen,
He's so stupid.
My daughter doesn't have any kids. She don't need no damn four-door car. She ain't toting around a bunch of people, and that's why she got a two-door car, because she said, I'll make it uncomfortable for your asses to sit in the back. She ain't driving you around. And her boyfriend, he has a truck. You
Okay.
understand? So
well, I was a red flag then.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Oh well,
Oh, well.
right. Oh well.
Let me see. Mr. Sammy says that will work short term, but not long term. I think he's answering somebody. I can't see who he's
Right.
answering up under. Stevenson says, hell yeah. You know what? I curse so bad on this show. Please forgive me, family. My Glory 98.5 listeners.
Listen.
But this is the tea. This is where it goes down. Hell yeah, mothballs is a turn off. Hell, if it keep the snakes away, damn it will keep us away too.
it's a turn off.
I haven't smelled anybody who smelled like mothballs.
I
and
do. I'm
a
mentioning
real.
no
And he's
names.
like women smell, and I'm like,
Some women have not been with, but I've known. I don't want to
What,
give it
in
away, but they
2021?
like mothballs. Jesus Christ.
so. See, like when y'all.
It's a turn
Yeah,
off.
Mike, Vic dealing with them cougars.
So you mean like the clothes, right?
They smell. It just gets in them, and you go to kiss them around their ear. Their hair smell like
Yeah,
mothball.
not they tutu, not the tutu. He talking about.
Well,
like
the person
clothes.
that smelled mothball around me, I wasn't with them in that kind of way.
You
But
say you go to kiss them around the ear.
yeah, their hair and
the
smell like
clothing.
mothball. You be holding your breath. How you gonna pucker up and kiss and try to be sexy and
You could be
You be
missing out on your blessings.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's like
You too, Victor. That could be your blessing. You worrying about mothballs. Better be worrying about your balls.
Oh God.
and wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't like when you start that. Don't start that, because listen,
It's coming.
It's going
coming.
down.
It's going down.
Man.
So have y'all had
No.
a situation?
No.
Had y'all had a situation where homeboy that you was intimate with, whoever it may be, whenever it was, wasn't fresh?
Mm.
No.
I never experienced that.
No.
Good. Okay.
Now, teeny like a
Okay. You ain't got it. Okay, but she said, nope.
like a little. Yep.
Got it. I just asked.
But smelling, no. I'm sorry. I went. I was supposed to stick with the question. No.
I just want to know, how do you, because everybody ain't fresh, how do you handle that? How do you handle it? Do you tell the person? And let's just say it's not your significant other. And how do you tell the person, or do you tell the person, or you just don't get back with that person?
You just don't get back with that person. I don't know. If I smell him, I don't think I'm even going. That would be a turnoff, I would think.
It should be, but some people get turned on
Especially
for
if he
that
smelled
funk.
like he just.
Some people get turned on by that funk.
Like if he
Funk. Some people do get turned
smell
on by
like
that
he
funk.
didn't white.
Oh, I ain't talking about that part. That's bad. Ooh. But wait a minute. Those men, I hear women, I even heard it on a song. Why does grown men have, what do they call it? Skid marks. So if they got skid marks, they ain't washing their backside. So if they ain't washing their backside and they use the front more than they use the backside, are they washing their front? Let's talk about that. Yo, and some women that get down with that, they nasty asses too. Just plain ass nasty. Right, Vic? Plain ass nasty.
Oh, Vic probably have. Vic probably have nice, clean underwear on all the time. I do believe that.
Okay. I don't know, but
Right, my brother?
I don't know.
I don't.
So you'll notice on some topics I just sit here mute and they already know. And usually it's for Teen that kind of starts off the ignorance when he's around. I'm just like,
No, but it's the truth, because I hear you. Look, when I went to college, I hung out with women. So your women, how you think I learned a lot about women is because I heard you talk. And when I say you are women,
right.
And I heard women, yo, man, homeboy, yo. And I've heard the fellas say, yo, man, girlfriend need to soak that, get some ivory in the rag. You know what I'm saying? So it's real. And if y'all go sit here, if maybe none of y'all encounter that, that's fine. I got you. Y'all, squeaky clean. But everybody ain't fresh out here. Everybody ain't fresh, because why you go to the store and you got Eve's powder and you got Eve's douche and you got, come on now.
You're not supposed to dish.
Right.
Your vagina is a self-clean oven.
Some women need the douche, unfortunately. I understand that you kill the good bacteria with the bad bacteria. I got that. Some women need the douche because some have odor.
Just go see the doctor.
He's going to still have you wash something. Or sit your ass in the bathtub and let something soak up and get in there.
But some situations are because of your
diet,
your belief, like your religious belief.
Oh yeah, that means when you hold an arm, you got an afro, because some women don't believe in shaving.
Or putting on deodorant. Or washing.
Well, you know what? I ain't never been with one of them.
Look,
but I smell them, and when I went to Africa, that's a turn on. The musky they are, the more there's a turn on. I sat in this young lady on the airplane going over from Khartoum to Darfur, and she was cute. But when I turned around and got a whiff of that, she became the ugliest person in the world. But I know that that's a turn on for them. I'm not African. That was my ancestors long time ago. We use deodorant over here.
Listen, Jill, I know she would have some stories.
Funk that, funk that. That's
Jill is Jill, a nurse practitioner.
okay. Hey, Jill, what's up?
Jill
She said
says, yeah,
open
some of
wide.
them need to
Wait.
clean.
Jill said open wide. I'm talking about the utensils.
Oh wait, I want to go back to something Vic said.
There's so much I wanna
I've been
say.
with someone, Vic says I've been with someone who wasn't fresh and I had to power through it because my mama didn't raise no punk.
Oh, damn, I ain't got my bell, Vic.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Been there, Vic, one time, and my whole house was rough, and that never got back with that person.
How you got?
I don't, because it was you didn't get it until you got in it, and I was like, whoa.
But your whole house smelled, so you had to smell that before you got in it.
No, it didn't. It wasn't like that. It just didn't happen like that.
But once it opened up,
That's when it happened. I was like, oh my God. I laugh about it, but it's serious.
That's-
for a whole
I had to
house
open.
to smell?
I had to open the windows, burn incense,
Ooh.
and she was.
that's not
She
an
was
odor.
cute.
That's a
She was
smell,
and she was gorgeous looking,
right?
gorgeous with a
Smell.
body, but Jesus.
No, that was an odor, not a smell.
I don't know. It was a
That
skunk.
was funk.
It was a skunk in that
It was
song.
potent.
I forgot how the doctor put it.
It was
Funky.
It was a
Yeah,
skunk
that was
in there.
definitely fun.
Yeah.
Like Victor's.
I've never smelled a woman like that. I smelled, and this is, I won't say this with no joke, but we've heard that some, I know when I say this, I know I'm going to get a lot of, but I noticed that some older women, they get older with them when they get older. I don't know what it is. I'm not joking about that because we had an older woman that lived in our next door building. And when she left our house, my mother said, I couldn't wait till she leave. My father was open the windows. And at the end of the day, I'm a kid. So I know what the smell is, but I don't know why. And, I'm too young to ask my mother this, that, and the other. But I come from a family, I can't say what all the women do, but I know what my mother did. Once a month, I saw that thing hanging up in my mother's bathroom. So I know what she did. She went to the doctor. And
but it's not good for you.
Yeah, well, you're
not supposed to dish.
I heard that, but a lot of women still
I'm
do.
still stuck on a smell and powering through.
Right. His wiener probably been stank for days. Talking about he had to throw the sheets away and the washcloth he used.
It's bad sometimes. That's why you have to protect yourself, but he don't wrap it up. See, I didn't get caught out there like that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mr. Sammy. There are a lot of smelly women.
There are. Just like there are a lot of smelly men. That's why I asked that. I can't even.
Wow.
They are.
I like to think of Mr. Sammy as so innocent.
Right.
He's telling the truth.
I love
just
the
like
Mr.
smelly
Sammy
part.
cooks. He got a nice house.
And I'm just
He
like,
know
Mr.
what's going on.
Sammy.
I love the smelly.
Right. Oh, I like to think him so nice and so.
He's just saying it.
Yeah, I get it. But Mr.
Oh,
Sammy.
see what Jillian says? That's important because that's why I said I don't make fun of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because some people have
Some people have sweat glands.
What can they do about that?
Keep living and dealing with Fatine and Victor that don't care.
Right. Well, that part.
I ain't saying that.
Power through.
Right.
Just keep doing push-ups.
He told me he was wrapping it up back then.
Oh, yeah.
Stevenson says,
Ooh.
I was with someone that smelled so rough after high school. My daddy came home from work, turned the house upside down looking for a dead rat. I was scared to tell him that I had someone in the house, so I let him search. Search for the dead rat. I hope he ain't watching.
Did y'all know what a dead rat
That
smell
is
like? I smelled a
yes.
rouse. That's what it smelled like.
Oh my gosh.
It smelled like. That's what I'm saying. It's a smell.
But if it's
See, I'm glad he said
if
that.
it smells like that, that's not the overactive sweat glands, is it? That's a little something else.
Jill, I don't.
Oh God, I thank
I
you.
hope not.
That's called water don't get to
Yeah.
it. Soap don't get to it. It's just eye wash maybe once every 2 weeks or something.
Oh,
I mean, you know that pat instead of going in and that this little rub over. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's why we have to take our probiotics.
Yeah, that's true for your stomach. That's true.
Yeah, and it works. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It helps
with
vagina.
Yeah, with the health of your
Your health of the vagina.
Yeah, the vaginal area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got you. But this is what we should be talking to our children about.
Yeah.
Especially, I didn't sit up there and talk to my girls about this because they're girls. So moms need to go in there and show, and she did show them what to do and how to go about doing that in the same way. And then I understand about boys being circumcised now. Some men are not circumcised, and that is harder to keep your private area, your penis clean. It's not as easy. And I'm telling you, and boy, that's why I asked about the men, because it gets rough with them. Unless you know what you're doing. That's all I was saying.
Jill said they can have a procedure to remove the sweat glands. Mr. Sammy says, Deanna, I am.
Okay, Mr. Sammy, because I thought you was turning into Vic and Fatima. I'm like, Mr. Sammy,
he would never. Stevenson
Sammy.
says, I was young then. Now I will let you know that your monkey is dead.
I cannot.
To restore natural bacteria in the gut and vagina.
And vaginal
That's
flora.
exactly
That's the
what
probiotic.
That's the probiotic. Yes, exactly. And it's good.
Yes.
Like
It really
it's very good for women.
And drinking cranberry juice helps
Cranberry
too.
juice and
It's
drinking a
very
lot
good.
of water.
Exactly.
And water. Please drink
Definitely.
water,
Flush your,
ladies.
flush your system. And it's nothing wrong with once in a while. I mean, I'm not saying, I know women when they have their cycle, they wear pads, but excuse me. But there's some women that wear those other floral kind of thin things in their underwear, and they just put them in there, panty liners that have floral, and it's and the reason why I know about these things because I did not hesitate if my daughter said, Daddy, I have my menstrual cycle, or Daddy, can you pick this up, or so and so. I picked it up. I never made it to the point that I, as a man and as their father, I could not pick up female products for them and knew their female products. So when I would bring things, Daddy, that smell good. I needed to know, and I wanted them to be comfortable, to be able to utilize that, but to also be comfortable having a conversation with Daddy, pick it up. That's all. We ain't sit in the house and talk about it, but they understood that.
If I need it, I can go to Daddy.
I'll pick it up. That's right.
Because a lot of men do not like to pick that sort of stuff.
Oh, I didn't want to pick that up as a kid because the box was this big and that wide. And I'm walking down the street and my friends, back then that Kotex box was like, that was a diaper and a half that you women wore back then. Now you get a small little pack. Technology is a mother.
Yes,
that
it
heavy
is.
flow is a thin little thing right now with the wings.
Yes.
Fatigue knows.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Victor says skid marks. It depends on where they're at. If they are in the back, it's cool. But if it's in the front,
that means you leaking. That means you leaking. You better go see the doctor because you're leaking. Because you're leaking. You're leaking.
Okay.
you got some kind of STD going on.
NGU, gonorrhea, you got something going on. You're leaking. You're leaking. Yeah, you're leaking. Yeah.
That's why I want my privacy in the bathroom, because sometimes after work, this is coming from Victor, after work, I smell like two female possums fighting over a spoiled rotten egg.
He did it so well on the call, and he broke it down so well and so eloquently, and now this.
But see, Victor, I want to go to Victor, what Victor just said. What Victor just said, that's why I asked y'all about that, because there's some men that go out there and they work, and I'm not talking about they go out there and work, and they come in and they see that woman in the kitchen and got that t-shirt and them panties on, and they want to hit it right then, but they ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So a woman, so at the end of the day, I'm telling you, every man don't think about, I'm gonna jump in the shower. When he see that, or he see somebody and the girl say, come on over, and if she said, let's do this right now,
take the time and wash.
some men won't do that. I'm not saying all, because some women will be like, ugh.
And that's when it comes to us getting yeast infections and all from the sweat. And there's multiple ways that women can
Get
catch yeast infections.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, not only yeast infections. Wait a minute,
And that's
what?
when you get that little smell,
Yeah, or you get
not
what?
an odor, because if
Oh,
you get an
God.
odor, it's definitely something else.
Yeah,
Right.
or what else? You forgot there's something else that y'all get because of the sweat and the bacteria back down there. You get UTIs. A lot of women get a lot of UTIs after sex. That's why it's important for women and men, but more women,
women.
because of the urethra is shorter. So
Right.
bacteria can get in there quicker than a man urethra, which is a little longer. Learn this. This is
Yes.
real.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
true.
know this because when I was out there as a single man, I needed to know this. When I was doing my thing, I went to not back then. You can't just go to your doctor. You have to go to the
Whatever.
sex clinic.
Yeah, the clinic,
So
yeah.
I had to be responsible. So at the end of the day, you have to be responsible because if you're out there doing your thing, this is real. So So
And it
I had a
doesn't
better
just affect
responsibility. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But we have to be careful as women.
Mm-hmm.
The things, the soaps we use, the things we eat,
Girl.
like all of that can cause yeast infections.
Yes,
And
it can.
even when you think you don't have one, you
And you pass it.
Right.
Oh yeah. If a man get that yeast on his, he know what it look
well,
like.
Jill,
You know
maybe
what
Jill
it-
can help us with that because I did read where
Right. You should
where it-
urinate after having
yeah,
sex.
urinate, but I did read somewhere where it was saying that a man you can't transfer a yeast infection to a male.
Yes, you can.
I think it has to be really bad yeast
You can catch
infection.
it. You can catch
But
it.
I don't think like a semi whatever you call it, like
Yeah, you can catch
with
it.
a bad one.
Yeah.
right.
You can catch
Exactly.
it. You can catch it, and it's don't even let me start describing it. It's you can catch it, and it itch too. You gotta put that cream on that sucker, boy. What about this? We don't talk about this.
not talking about none of that.
You don't talk about this. A lot of people look at the
gosh.
STDs because of the intercourse. But even I hate to say adults doing this, but let's say you rolling around, you have no clothes on, but you don't have intercourse. But then there's the other thing. The crabs, the lice.
Oh God.
And so that's another thing. So being single, if I was with more than one, I shampooed with that lice stuff because at the end of the day, you don't realize that you can transfer that to somebody else.
This is too much information.
But no, this is about teaching.
Is
This is
life
about
still
teaching.
out there? Is that still relevant?
Well, you ask the people out there. I don't take it from Fatima.
Exactly, Jill. Yeast only grows due to wetness / dampness of the skin.
And what? Tell me what's going on down there. If there's a lot of friction and this, that, and the other, and juices and all that, that's where it grows. That's bacteria, and you're sweating from your backside. Come on, all that
Who
mixed
sweat?
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't go in the back and then go in the front.
Front. Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
got to
that's
wash
a-
that.
that's
Yeah,
an
you got to
issue,
do
too.
that. That's good. That's
Yes.
correct.
Stevenson says, I'm going to wash just because I want her to blow my stomach back up. Pull on that boy.
Oh God.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
And look what Rodney says. People still need sex ed 101
Steve
because
said,
they
you know
don't
what?
know.
Get off
They
here.
don't know. That's why I'm only saying these things. The only reason why I'm saying these things, it's not that I'm proud of saying these things. I'm just saying these things because we don't have these conversations.
Yeah, we really don't.
We don't.
No, we
Y'all
don't.
women get together, the men get together, and men don't talk about this. They don't sit there and talk
Y'all
about
have
this.
pride. Like,
It's not even just about pride. It's just something that we feel that we should know, or it's the
taboo.
norm.
Is it taboo for men?
It's kind of tabooish, yeah.
yeah, drink plenty.
You don't see me and Victor sitting up there shooting pool and talk about this. That ain't gonna happen.
Wait, see, we can do that. Kimberly says, drink plenty of water, cranberry
Yeah.
juice, eat
We
fruits and
said all of
veggies,
that.
and wipe front to back. Yep. Mr. Sammy said, Brother Team is dropping knowledge again tonight. I guess I give him a bomb.
So
Just
in
because-
between the
just because
foolishness,
you said
he'll
it,
drop some knowledge, and then he'll be like, "So," and I'm like, "No." Let me ask y'all that. No.
Yes, that's exactly right, Stevenson. We talk about anything on the T. I'm not mad at you, brother. Speak your mind. You want your back blown or your stomach blowed up, whatever you say.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, Victor said, company in the front, I'm coming in the back. Yeehaw.
OMG.
You know what? Yeast is fungus, not a bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, and since you want to say that, who said that?
Jill.
Jill.
Nurse practitioner.
Okay, so Jill, you said that. I agree totally 100% with you. And you, as you know, that a fungus is also harder sometimes to kill than a bacteria. And she knows that. She knows that. It depends on what that. If you get a fungus in your blood versus a bacteria in your blood, depending on what bacteria. I mean, if you get staph, then you got to take Vanco or something higher. But if you get a fungus in your blood, it's sometimes very hard to kill. You can kill it.
In your past life?
I trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Hey, she's there. She'll tell me if I'm right or wrong. You know, I can't say about on the outer surface. That's why I say cream. Those creams work. You know, for those, you know, just like you'll have monostat. It's the same thing for a man. It's not monostat, but it's that same type of cream that they would put on their genital area to help clear up that yeast infection. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Brother Fatine.
I mean, hey,
Dr. Fatine.
that's correct, Jill. You treat it with an antifungal. That is correct. Mm-hmm. She's 100%. That's what kills it. It's a fungus.
It's amazing. We go from just throwing yourself around and we talk about finances or we skip finances and now we're like, hey, yeast infections.
Right.
This is the tea for you.
This is the tea. That is.
Did y'all know this?
Oh God, I'm afraid.
Did y'all know this? So I was sitting at the sex clinic years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and
950.
this the doctor had this picture of numerous penises with all kind of sores and this, that, and the other.
Oh God.
So I said, is that caused from gonorrhea or syphilis? You know what she turned around and said? And that's when I learned something. She said, no, every picture up there is from oral sex. She said the mouth is one of the most carries the most germs and the bacteria. And when you let a woman, because a lot of people thought that, oh, let me get my jammy sucked. And at the end of the day, it's safe. But the back, and extra Jill, hey, answer it.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that the mouth carries some of the most bacteria in it. And if a person, I don't say a woman, I'm not beating up a woman, but if a person has bacteria in their mouth, it can affect the genital organs. And people think it's safer of having someone give you oral sex, not realizing that oral sex can also bring harm to your genital areas. Oh, look, what the nurse practitioner say?
Yes, the mouth is the dirtiest place on the body.
There you go. I learned that. I didn't know that. So when I saw it, I thought it was from vaginal sex. When she said that's from oral, that stopped me cold.
Oh, so you don't like that no more?
Nah, I ain't gonna say I don't like it. I ain't gonna say I don't like it.
So done with this show.
Do like my uncle, yeah. Stevenson. Yeah, that's right. You do now. You be doing later.
Right.
I need you to act like Mr. Sammy.
I did not know that.
I
You
knew
didn't know that,
Mouth
right?
was the dirtiest
I
place.
did.
It is, yeah.
I knew that.
I thought maybe what Victor like, the butthole.
If you clean it right, you good. That's why when you having sex and you know that you're gonna be Listerine that bad boy, man. Listerine. You ain't got Listerine, get me.
You walk around with the strips.
Listerine spray. Be ready to rock, baby.
Yep. So men, y'all keep walking around here letting these little dirty women.
every tongue,
BJ.
Dick and Harry. Tongue,
Right.
Dick and Harry get in there.
Victor to my let me go ahead and wait. No, not that. We to my give me all the bacteria because I ain't turning that down. Okay, if you want little bubbles that you can pop on your penis.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, don't even want to talk about that. That's luggage you can't get rid of.
Picking them.
You can't get rid of them. They come back. They come back Thanksgiving, Christmas. They come back when the fine one's coming over.
What's this crust right here? He's talking, call me Bubbles.
I'm so done.
Are you talking about fajitas?
Like just all over.
Wait, hold up, because I definitely want to hear this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
Jill.
sleep naked either. Why, Jill?
Yeah.
Why?
Enlighten us.
Please. I need to know this one.
Y'all don't know why? Cause let Jill answer that. Because
Dr. Fatine.
no, I
in the
mean,
studio.
I give it to her. But at the end of the day, I never heard that one. But I'm gonna just assume it before she asks.
Because you're gonna wake up pregnant.
It's just that sheets pick up bacteria, and at the end of the day, you roll around in that bacteria. It's a possibility that bacteria can enter into any openings that you have,
Bed
and it
bugs and
causes.
crabs.
Right.
I'm so scared of bed bugs. I'm so scared of that
But I
stuff.
thought they say like ladies shouldn't sleep with panties on, like let your,
Here you go.
Let it breathe. Let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Let it breathe.
Because
That's why men need to wear boxers versus tighty whities, because you don't breathe down there. And a lot of men. Oh, I just want to say this real quick. A lot of men that wear tighty whities, not all, but some have a lower sperm count at the end of the day because they keep that heat trapped in.
Well, if you wear tighty whities, you need to have a low sperm.
She ain't got no tighty whities. Yeah, that's right. You ain't gonna have no low sperm count because you will have an abundance of sperm. You will have an abundance of sperm if you wear some tighty whities.
Let me give myself a boo. Shouts out to all the men that
Wait,
tighty
read
whities.
what Jill said.
Yeah,
because
I want to read that.
Oh God.
She said, because you pass gas during sleep and particles of feces is expelled into your sheets.
And that's how you get bacteria in areas that it should be going.
Brian,
Oh, my arm.
we froze.
Oh gosh, you guys are funny to me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Just this side is froze.
Because you pass gas. That is, wow.
Yeah, but that's interesting. That's a good point. That is a very good point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stevenson, you are acting up tonight. Please, Jill, answer that, please, nurse. Sometimes it's the panties you wear. Yeah, like something. Well, sometimes it is the panties that you wear. They say you're supposed to only wear cotton.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
God.
true.
There's so many rules.
That is true. That's so
Right.
you don't breathe at all. Nope. Nope.
Victor says, "Oh, so your crusty tail pointing in your sleep. I knew y'all chicks was nasty."
Oh God.
Sometimes your panties can be the problem. It's okay to let the kitty breathe at night. Right.
You should let that bubble buddy.
But Jill saying it's not good
Yeah.
to sleep naked.
Well.
Our side be quiet. We're quiet.
Now we-
Well, then I think they got things that can cover the back and keep the front open.
If you're passing gas, y'all some nasty ads. We don't know if we're passing gas at night. Just like y'all don't know when y'all passing gas at night. I mean, sometimes it wakes Brian.
Wake your ass
Sometimes
up,
it'll wake you up, but I mean, if you don't know, how can you be nasty?
boy.
Okay.
I've heard some of the loudest from some women.
Oh man, it's time to wrap it up. Victor says you want to be sexy, and now we passing bacteria. Just put them Walmart drawers on and toot it up. You can't feel it or don't know it because you are sleeping. Exactly.
Y'all are funny.
Well,
So is that so? Can you catch a yeast infection by sleeping naked? See, everyone passed gas. That's right, Mr. Sammy. That's something that we cannot help. Everyone passed gas.
Well, according to Vic, that'll make him change how he feel about you. You pass gas.
Yeah.
Jill said no.
No, you can't.
No, you can't catch that. Yeast infection like that.
Well, that's great to know.
I just seen more UTIs. I've just seen more
sleeping
UTIs.
naked?
No, I've seen more UTIs from having intercourse and not getting up for women and not washing after.
How you see him? I'm just saying, could you it's the way you said it. Like, I see more UTIs.
I've seen
like
more
you're
UTIs.
In the profession, so that's what I was like.
I've seen more UTIs. I've been in a relationship, so I've seen more UTIs than yeast infections because the person may not get up or wash, at the right way or whatever, and that's where
Maybe
the
she's trying to
bacteria
have
comes
babies.
in. It ain't got nothing to do with getting up and washing. You already got them sperms are already rolling. They're on the job. After you done,
I don't know why I'm
after
thinking
you
you're
done
talking about, like,
Yahoo,
sitting there
them
and
sperms is going to work.
So 3:00 in the morning, you expect for her to get up and wash.
So you know what you do? You bring a small little basin and a rag with soapy water to the bed. Put it on the nightstand, something small or that, or get a wet ones or something like a baby wipe or something. Y'all gotta know what to do. Y'all don't know this? What the hell? Come on now.
Victor says you're going to catch this bird if you sleep naked. But if
I got a question.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm done.
we're back.
I got a question.
All right, guys. Thank you, Brian.
What do a woman put in her
And then
bath
we're wrapping
water
it up.
to tighten up her vaginal area?
Vinegar.
It's very simple.
That's yours.
Yeah, vinegar.
There you go. We're back.
Yeah, they say vinegar, but
Vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah, vinegar.
I don't
Yeah.
need mine tightened back up. Excuse me?
I ain't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. You ain't
I just
smacking.
said, you see my cousin over there. She's quiet. She's like Deanna when we talk about these topics, especially in front of folks.
I just answered his question.
She
you
answered,
did?
she knows. But I'm going to tell you, it's the quiet ones that really know. And it's the quiet ones that is the loudest in the bedroom.
The loudest.
The loudest. She ain't going to look me in the eye. Oh,
I hear you.
So I'm telling you.
Well, let's see. Let's get this a few more comments and then we're getting out of here. I wash her with this tongue. Shut up, Victor.
I'm so done. Like done. And wonder why they come up to you and say,
Right, exactly. The purpose of this letter was for what? That's why you get those chicks coming up to you wanting to blow your stomach in or whatever the term Steve
blow it up.
Well, we're in a different time, y'all. So we're in a different time. So it's they tell you again, and for us to have this conversation, we're older. We bring on some 20-year-olds. I would like to hear their response.
Well, they respond differently.
They exactly. And depend on how they're brought up. Some may like that kind of conversation to be like, "Yo, I don't need to beat around the bush. Tell me what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear, and let's do what we got to do and keep it moving." That's where we're at today. So
to me, it's like the desensitizing, the sanctity of relationships, because what has happened in our culture that we are so diminished to that?
Disrespect.
Look at our music. Look at our television. Look at our music. You tell me you listen to, I'm older, but it's not that I'm caught up in a time warp. I'm listening to music that makes sense. I listened to some 90s music today and it made sense. It makes sense. You listen to the R&B today, it just doesn't make sense. And I'm not to the point I'm a fuddy duddy. I'm in the music business and I walk in my sister station, Hot 97, I'll be like, yo, that's crazy what y'all are putting out there. But when you see Cardi B and what's the other girl name?
Nicki Minaj.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion. They put that in your face. That's in your face. So that's what people
You don't want that
expecting. Man, damn right. Damn right. But see what we wanted, but women didn't say it like that. Now they say it like that. Now us older men, some of us older men be like, well, that's the style. Yeah, I want that.
Well, they don't understand what's acting and what's real life. So now you take what would be a form of acting or performing and you're trying to, entertainment. There you go. And now you're trying to incorporate it into mainstream culture, and it works for the younger generation, like you said, because that's what they're kind of programmed to know. But you get the older ones are like, that's not how you go about it, sweetie.
Okay, so let's talk about that real quick. So let's look at TikTok.
Right.
Let's look at TikTok. So let's look at TikTok. So at the end of the day, I was talking to my cousin and she said, I thought that was for kids. Hell no. You see them grown ups dropping it like it's hot?
I thought it was
see them bouncing and all this kind of stuff here. So, and see what they're talking about and what they're doing on there. It's to the point they're pushing it to the limit or almost X-rated. Almost.
Well, that's everything. It's in the music. I'm
that's
spiritual,
what I'm saying.
And I think this is me. The enemy does stuff subliminally. I can't even say the word. And so
you said it right.
You said it.
and so it's ingrained and it's incorporated and it's doing to me what it set out to do is programming them to kill, programming them to have all this unsolicited and unprotected sex, to do all of these things. So now we have a generation of lawlessness, and it goes back to all of that stuff.
Yeah, that's it. And see, that's why we have to have this conversation. But even though we know this, have this conversation. Let's get a group of 10 people in here, young folks, and let's have this conversation. They'll probably kick some things back to us that I don't know if we'd be totally surprised, but we'll see their mindset is different. Their relevancy is not what's relevant to us is not relevant to them, because their reference level is not the same.
Right.
No.
Right now, you watch a commercial on television, they put an old song, it stops you in your tracks because we have a reference level. You put on that same song for kids, man, they keep on moving. If they don't have a reference level to that, they don't know what it means.
Turn off the lights.
Right there, we know what that means. That means that song come on and you with the lady and you ain't getting none. You get your coat and get your hat and get on out, because that means that night is over.
Done.
That was a motto that I went by in my 20s. You let Teddy Pendergrass come on and Luther come on and ain't nothing happening. You get your coat and say, I'll see you tomorrow. Because you know what that meant. Now they don't need all that, but they're using it on TikTok. They're using those songs on TikTok now. So maybe they do know what that is.
They don't know. They just like,
reacting, huh?
Right.
Okay.
Victor talking about no one had to solicit me to have unprotected sex. It feels better. Duh.
I'm not even. I'm just gonna let that one ride.
But he's right. I mean, it does feel better, but at the end of the day, and
You wanted our point,
but,
sir.
But after you release, then your mind is starting to think,
Right.
Oh. Now you waiting for 3 days to go, 4 days to go by the pee to see if it burns.
Be careful who you sleeping with.
There you go.
And then you
You
sit
want to
at the
sleep with all these different females, and sit there and wonder.
Yeah.
But when
I hope it start leaking.
it'll get 3 days. It'll ooze out. You'll be sitting there. It'll ooze out. You'll be like, what the hell? It'll ooze
Are we
out.
wrapping up? Vic's not here tonight. We can say that.
He talking about I'll deal with all that later.
He's gonna get something he can't get rid of.
Oh no, nobody ain't talking his ass. He's taking his ass serious. Vic, that's why you get what you get with women. Exactly. That's what we said. Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, let me just
He
say
got
this.
health
Let me
insurance.
just say my last thing on this.
Yeah, now we go on.
HIV/AIDS was not the best thing because we lost a lot of people. I lost some good close people. But what HIV and AIDS did, it caused us, at least a lot of us that was promiscuous. Yes, thank you. Yeah. That we became more conscious of what we were doing because we knew that could be an early death sentence. Now with these drugs out here, we don't even talk about HIV, especially with COVID out here. We don't even talk about HIV because you can live longer with the cocktails of drugs and this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, it is still prevalent in our community and we have to be careful.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
That's real good.
It's not a death sentence anymore.
Right.
Because like you said, they take their medication and they can be undetected and all this type of stuff. And so it's not even a conversation. So people are not afraid of it anymore. People are not really afraid of anything.
Yeah, and we don't even talk about it in the music. What did
so true.
What did TLC come out with? Left Eye, God bless her soul, came out wearing a condom, a patch over her eye. Then they made Waterfalls. You understand? So the music, they put out the messages. So even they talk to their audience and they talk to our older audience. TLC was directed to my kids, but I'm playing this for my kids because I'm in the music industry. So I'm running into T-Bars and Chili and Left Eye back then,
Victor says,
Don't even.
if you got some dry cat, hit my inbox. That way I know you're not prone to yeast infections and can sleep naked.
Yeah, you try to push that little something in that little dry cat. Yeah, you be pushing all night because that ain't getting in there. You better bring some lubricant or Vaseline. Some dry cat.
All right, it's time to wrap the tea up.
That's like a cat without fur. Nah, just let me stop.
You know what? This storyline just got twisted all up when Fatine got here.
Blame it on me.
We was doing so good.
Yeah, we
And
were
then
kind of
you
serious.
come.
And
We gave great advice, I think.
I messed it up.
And here you go.
Me and the doctor was on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I just
Jesus,
told you
take
what
the
it was.
wheel. Right, Tina. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching the tea tonight. We appreciate each and every one of you. It was so nice to have my cousin sit in with us tonight. Mina, thank you so much. Hopefully you will
Thank
be
you.
back
I
to sip
will.
some more tea. Hopefully Fatine didn't scare you off.
No,
he scared me off.
I'm good.
We are good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
But
Trust me.
Mina already know how the tea goes down. We talk about any and everything here. Guys, let me go ahead and say Thursday there will be no tea. I actually have an event to go to Thursday night. So
And I'm in town. That's okay. I need that night. I
I mean,
need it. Nope. I'm
Okay.
off Wednesday in New York.
I was going
I'm
to
off
say,
tomorrow.
unless I cut the event short.
Nope.
I mean, I
No.
don't have to be there the entire time, but
Nah. Take it off. So I'm good. I'm free Thursday and Wednesday night now because I'm off Wednesday in New York.
just don't get with All right, that's gonna do it for us tonight, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for watching each and every Tuesday and Thursday. If you would like to be a guest on the tea, please hit us up, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. If you have a letter you would like to submit, if you have topic suggestions, tangyteaoflife@gmail.com. Keep in mind that I am the only one that receives all of the emails, and they are private. So don't worry about me sharing with anyone. It definitely comes to me only, me.
Those two last, now they're two next to the bottom.
Thank you, Mr. Sammy. Mr. Sammy says, great show tonight.
Thank
Rodney,
you.
great
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you so
all.
much.
Thank
Tina.
you,
Good
yeah.
night, everyone. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there. Practice that social distancing, and please wrap it up tightly.
I ain't nothing to do with that. Don't look at
and,
me.
and
I'm not
sleep
Victor.
and don't sleep naked anymore. Thanks, Jill.
Right. She ruined it.
Right. Thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate it. Jill, thank you for sharing some very
Yeah,
important information
she
with us
did.
tonight.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Jill.
We're definitely going to have Jill to come back to the show, and maybe we can have a ladies.
Mhm.
No. You got to have the nurse practitioner with the doctor.
You know what?
You gotta
So he's
have
the
the doctor.
self-proclaimed doctor. I hear
Damn
you.
right.
There you go.
I handle my business.
There you go.
Victor says I'm practicing dry coochie humping.
Good night, Vic.
Good night, guys. Thank y'all so much
Really?
for watching. Deanna, my
I
girl,
cannot.
so good to have you back with us, sipping some tea.
Yes.
So glad to have you back, brother Fatim.
Yes.
Hopefully you will be here next week, still here in South Carolina,
Possible.
Okay.
Possible.
Yeah.
to sip some tea with us. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.
Buenas noches.
Thank you all for watching.